Hello! Hello, 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 hello. How are we all doing today? Hope we're all doing well. I, for the first time this week, and possibly in a few weeks, have tomorrow's video recorded already. I didn't record for today because YouTube basically didn't announce until nearly midnight last night that the stupid problem they were having yesterday, which, as it turns out, meant people couldn't upload videos. This is another free stream. Shouldn't be. I do have monetization switched on today. Yeah, YouTube managed to break the entire site yesterday, as it turns out. Which is a new level of idiocy from them. Let's put these... I'm trying to think where should I put these? Yeah, let's put these into this shit as well. I've got a rather large carton of apple juice sat beside me today. Because I'm feeling fat, sassy, and healthy. How am I? I'm good. I am very good today. I want to thank again the people that actually donated when I was complaining yesterday. That wasn't meant to like incite people to donate. So those donations are very, possibly more generous than usual because I was ranting quite badly. How am I healthy if I smoke? I don't smoke. I vape. I vape to give up smoking. B, J. I'm vaping so that I can smoke. Quit smoking, yes. Quit smoking. The rest of the bales, because there's still a couple of bales left. Your dad's learning to play Bad Moon Rising. Okay. You're eating comfort food. Yanis is having dinner. Very nice. I'm having steak for dinner tonight. I'm a very happy bunny. I love steak. Hello, Martins, and hello, Daniel, as well. I don't think I know it. It's impossible for me to not rant. It's not impossible, I just find it very hard, because I'm naturally a very angry person. So we do still have a couple of bales left to do. Including the one that I believe fell into the... Do we have river bale sorted? We do not. So let's grab river bale here and just bring it up onto the... into the field. Don't roll off again, please. Don't roll... I ask you to do one thing. One thing, that's all I ask. Thank you, river bale. There is also a bale in here, so I'm gonna go into... Oh. I was gonna go into F4 mode. I really was, but I found the bale almost immediately. Just gonna check for any other bales that may have wandered off. And it looks like... Yeah, it looks like we've got all of them now. Even a hay bale doesn't listen to me. Exactly. That's why I'm such an angry person. Cats just doing what cats do, sleep. In my experience, cats annoy them dead absolutely. Ah, no. I've got the front loader too low. I've got tomorrow's video recorded already. It is not on this map. Hint, hint. So I'll be interested in seeing how you guys take it, because it is, yeah, interesting. Have I got a moron? Yes, I do. There is a reason I just unleashed the bale there, by the way. It's because that happens. Why am I angry? Because I don't know. I don't know why I'm angry. Maybe I'm not zen enough. Maybe I need a zen room in Discord where I can just scream at things. Maybe I need to listen to more heavy metal to chill out and get angrier. Because the angrier I get when I'm chilling, the calmer I am in general. You love my work? You're probably the only person. Michael's naturally angry. I am just an angry person. Like, the honest answer, that's probably why I rant so much, is just things annoy me, and I found that bottling up my anger just results in a major outburst, so it's easier to just go on a bit of a rant for a little while, and get over it then. I genuinely feel that's the best way for me to deal with my anger. How's it going? Any news? None from Farm Sim today. I've been meaning to email Giants about something, but just kept forgetting. No, Beth. Go! Way to go! Onwards! How's my day been? Very good. I've been very productive today. I'm hoping I'll be even half as productive tomorrow. How about any farming in real life? No. You yell at your plant pot when you're angry. What has your plant pot ever done to you, farming man? Shed door doesn't work, so you kicked it in the work. Oh yeah, our shed door here, you basically have to shoulder barge it to get it open. Even though it opens outwards, you have to shoulder barge it because it is very heavily warped. So I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm just going to sell these 3 bales. They're not going to be worth much, but they'll be worth literally an amount of money. Literally something. As I appear to have been stuck slightly. This music's both funky and annoying at the same time. That's kind of an impressive mix. I've never quite heard funk annoyance. Why? So that's those 3 bales sold off. Next job on the agenda is returning the stuff that I rented yesterday, because I do remember renting it, which would be the baler and the wrapper. Next up, ooh. Yes, fall into the slurry pit, because that's not a bad idea. Next up, let's grab the T6, T7. Hey, Darren. You yelled at a sandwich because it kept falling apart. See, what I do when a sandwich falls apart is I just eat the individual bits of the sandwich. So we're going off on an adventure. Funk annoyance. Yeah, this song is just overly annoying. There we go. What mix do I use? EDM. Because I find most people approve of EDM. I prefer to have like the heaviest of heavy metal, but one, people don't tend to make that for free, and two, very few people actually like the filthiest metal. What tractor should you get? Preferably one with wheels. Ice gaming. What's EDM called? Electronic dance music, simulated. I'm doing good, Bob. Thanks for asking. I'm in a much better mood than yesterday. I've been up for several hours now. You guys might not notice on the stream, but I did trim my beard this morning. It's down to Much more stylish 3/4 inch length. TS Romantic 3000. The TS, if it's ARM Team's TS, it's not very good. If it's Black Sheep's 3000, it's okay, but not the greatest, as I magic hedge my way through this house. Excuse me, sir. Have you heard the word of T7? Oh. Hello, Fahy. You saw nothing. Nothing happened. I did it, Dave. It's always the New Hollands that flip for whatever reason. And this one isn't even MR. Usually the MR stuff is a lot easier to flip. But this thing just likes falling over for whatever reason. Dave's through that tractor tipping at some point. Yep. We've made it official early today. We're on a good roll. Let's get into the arc. Yep. Is there anything else I need to pick up here today? No, we'll just pick up the keel and we'll be off again in a second. So the mix I'm going to use is 2 silage bales, 1 hay bale, and these do need to be mixed. Nothing ever happens in my videos. Yes, because I tend to be paying a bit more attention to the game when I'm recording. The reason I crash so much and so much goes wrong in streams is because I'm looking at chat 90% of the time and just kind of hastily reacting to everything in the game. Well, I've missed my turn off because of that guy. Around we go again. Common problem with the T7. So do, or should, have the, yes, the mixing mod on. I believe it works like based on what your difficulty is. You can see I've got mine up at 30 seconds, which means I'm playing on, I think, normal difficulty. I'm not on hard, because hard isn't very good for YouTube. It's good for like a single player game, not very good for YouTube. Where did I get my driver's license? What's that? Don't really want me on your farm. Maybe have a look at tomorrow's video before you make a decision like that. Hey Chris. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Watch tomorrow's video before you decide anything to do with me going onto a real farm. Because tomorrow's video, I'm actually serious for once. And I'm sure people will complain about my realism in it. Hint, hint. Hello, Senan. Hey, Simulation for the Nation, how you doing today? I need to get rid of that at some point soon, and I need to... Is the EDM 2018-2017? I don't know! Are you serious? What happened? You'll see tomorrow. I've missed the turn off. You'll see tomorrow, bro. Bale Trainer did not explode. The auto load actually held. And I completely forgot about that because I took a thumbnail of all the bales still on the trailer. Right, I get the feeling this isn't going to work the way that I want it to work. But let's get the, where is it? No. You have the wrong piece of equipment on. Let's just use the JCB. I'm hoping this thing is going to be good enough to actually load the Keenan. We're going to go 2 silage bales, 1 hay bale, and then top it off with straw. That should get a good mix of food. It should be about 1/3 each. So we'll grab, I guess, the hay bale first. Which I should be able to grab from this end. Yes, I am. And just, oh my god, 1 single bale is almost... 1 single bale is too much for this thing? How many mods run them out of on PC today? You know what's amazing, ACs? You can go on there yourself and have a look. Seriously, playing games? How do I get my bales like that? It's called auto-load. It's amazing. Oh, it was because of the... Ah, it was because of the weight balance. Okay. That makes a bit more sense. I was going to complain about that being hilariously unrealistic. So I need to actually get the New Holland running. Would be helpful. Because you need to be mixing. Next up, we'll grab a silage bale, and this is going to be fun because I've not given myself much room. Not giving myself any room. I don't actually know how I'm going to pick this bale up. Because... yeah, the forks are actually too far out for me to do anything. Can I... this is going to be a bad idea. What if it's 3 easy and a skid steer? I know! Can I grab the bale from the side? Yes, I can. Thank goodness, because this would have been a disaster otherwise. Doesn't matter, I'm spiking it from the side. I will be putting it straight into the feed mixer. It should turn into... I think forage will be the next step. Yep, it's now officially forage. Just want to check the mix, because if I can get away with 1 hay bale, that'll be... or 1 silage bale. No, I need another silage bale. That's fine. Because the hay is too strong in this mix. Hey, Finnish farmer. T6 front loader. I'd have the same issue of I didn't give myself enough room in the shed. Now that's an error I made. Top chat, live chat option is annoying. Yes, YouTube need to get rid of it because nobody need... I don't even see the point of top chat. Like, it's a chat where you don't see some of chat. Well, what's the point of having a chat if you can't see some of it? So you can see now we've got to mix this for another 19, 18 seconds. So we're going to mix it as we make our way over to the cows. As I make an absolute hymns of everything reversing. There we go. Let's just reverse back at speed. There we go. It'll magically turn to TMR in a second. There we go, TMR. It's fully mixed now. We can run into where I think we'll be feeding the cows, which is in here. Yes, although I am facing in the wrong direction for this, so let's do a loop of the shed. Hey, VF. If the default was live chat, it'd be fine. Yeah, I don't get why YouTube decided defaulting to the less chatty chat was a good idea, because it just makes chat look dead. This after the, this was coming just days before they broke the entire site yesterday. GG. VF, I don't know if you were caught up in all that, but YouTube broke yesterday. Just completely broke. Is one load of TMR going to be... No, this is not going to be enough, is it? This is going to be nowhere near enough. Not a hope. It's relatively close. I'm gonna call that good. I do still need to give the cows some grass, which makes sense. And some straw, which... You know, the straw does make sense. You do give cows straw, you use it for bedding. I bet you weren't trying to use it yesterday. Yeah, I abandoned the idea of even recording a video yesterday because YouTube uploading didn't work. On top of everything else, you couldn't even upload a video. And YouTube had the audacity to say, oh, there was no lost revenue yesterday. Yes, there was. For the people who couldn't run ads on their streams. Hello, Kian. How are you doing today? Let's go over to the pig yard. I need to pick up the straw blower from there and bring it over to the cows. As autosave kicks in, meaning I've been in game for about half an hour now. In this save game, I've actually been in game for the better part of an hour and a half now, believe it or not, between tomorrow's video and everything. Yesterday and today, yeah, they've fixed uploading all that kind of stuff last night, but it was just kind of like, come on, dude. Like, you have one job and you can't even do it. If this is the other way around, we were paying YouTube, I would have said, well, I'm not paying you this month because you've been just so bad at it. You don't deserve my money. And I know we do technically pay YouTube, but we don't have a choice in giving them the half of our money. How's Dave? Dave's in a good mood. Autosave works on single player. Get game extension farming, man. You can set up an autosave with that. Hey, Jonathan. What did you miss? I've tipped the T7 already, and we've only been going 26 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tab out real quick. YouTube is really bad for creators right now. It is atrocious right now, and it's only going to get worse, I think. I think it's on the downward spiral to where it's just gonna become obsolete and completely overshadowed by Twitch. Quite frankly. I think that's where we're at with YouTube now. You might also notice my mic is in a slightly different position than usual. Had to move it for tomorrow's video. How am I? I'm good, Jonathan. We're all looking for alternatives. Twitch, it's the only one. It's the only viable alternative. Am I gonna play Fortnite? No, I don't like Battle Royale games. I don't like shooters in general. What's really funny is yesterday's breakage of YouTube was propelled by YouTube's dumb idea to demonetize all the small creators. Which in theory will help people who are monetized in the long run, but completely broke the site for 24 hours. Well done. Am I gonna play FIFA? No! Are you gonna keep asking me about games that I really couldn't care any less about? Fortnite is at best. FIFA is a complete joke. Getting over a flu with the year. Ooh, fun, Jonathan. Hey, GD. I mean, I guess it's good that YouTube is kind of forcing people to be hobby creators up to a certain point, but at the same time, it's not very good. The only only sports games I play are motorsports games. So I'll probably be getting Assetto Corsa Competizione. I have Automobilista. I have Assetto Corsa. I don't have any race room content as such. But I've got Project Cars 2, Project Cars 1, R Factor 1, R Factor 2, GTR 2. FIFA was good in like 2001, where they were actually making huge step forwards in between games instead of Well, Cristiano Ronaldo's got a new hairstyle this year, and that's our entire selling point. Hello, I should have. What is it? Did you just send in a minstrel saying TMCC will be arriving in 2 minutes? Please be prepared for his arrival. TMCC comes in, it's like, I'll be here in a minute. Oh yeah, I forgot the back of this thing could unfold. Oh, the X2010, yeah, that thing is... That's what happens when you have ground effects on a fan car with 1500 horsepower. Every FIFA is the same game with a new skin on it. And usually a new hairstyle in Cristiano Ronaldo. If you're new here, don't worry about me making fun of people. It's kind of a thing. I'm not bullying, I'm just... Treat this like you're at some sort of comedian concert show thing. I saw that back door of the primary. The back door of this is hilariously floppy, just wibble wobble constantly. I'm gonna intentionally run into something here for the first time in a while, and just watch the back door, just wobble wobble wobble. That's amazing. I think this is what I gotta do. I don't know, I think this is where it gives them the straw. If the two bales magically disappear... Oh, they're not doing the thing! I can't do the cheaty thing that I usually do. Which is, I guess, good. We need to give them grass too. Which means there's only one piece of equipment we will use. Yes. It's time for the bad boy to get going. I did make fun of your plant, Pop, because you shouted at it. This map works properly. No, it's just that they haven't put the Bale Oxy didn't put the Bale Destroy trigger where I drive in. That's what the difference is. Yo, the other fast mower. I don't like using that though. It's too silly. Hang on, we're going at high speeds. We'd best make ourselves fully visible. Is the horse actually 1 horsepower? It's technically 0 because it counts as an animal. Just making sure everybody knows we're coming. This thing is dangerous. I mean, look at the speed we're going at. And if this hits you, it might actually bruise you. I'll stop holding the horn down at the very least, though, because I know it's gonna trigger people. So we do have other jobs to do today. Don't worry, I'm not going to be mowing for the rest of the stream. Just going to mow to get the cows up to a reasonable amount of foodings, and then I'll probably come in with the grasshopper later and finish this off. What I do want to do today, though, is I actually want to spread some more compost on field 13. Because that does need to be fertilized, and then once that's fertilized we can actually start moving time forward a bit, because not as much as mowing one strip of the cow field trigger. I'll use the grasshopper for the rest of it, Faye, don't worry. Seeing as I've accidentally let it slip because I forgot to remove from that video that I do still have the grasshopper. In fact, I re-downloaded it recently just as a cheap piece of equipment to get the Compost Master running well. So that should be 3344. That's close enough to 3350 for me. Melas, emulate. Have you learned your lesson about checking your emails, by the way? Considering every time you check your emails, there's something that you probably want in there. How much is like 3,000 liters gonna do for the? Oh, I wasn't intending on fully feeding the cows, but I did. Let's get this into forward gear so nobody complains, and let's get the lights off. Okay, so next item on the agenda. Just turn that off. It's in a shed. You can't complain. Next item on the agenda. Need to put this forage wagon away. Hello, Aaron. It's pretty good. That is the exact opposite of what Landy was saying to me. Pretty much what you just said is the exact opposite of what Landy said. I'm gonna be cheeky about something in the very near future, though. Let's see if I can't blag myself something cool. Oi. Work. Little trick of these gates is if you hold down the mouse button as you leave the trigger, they automatically close. Yeah, VF. Is anyone else streaming tonight? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I guess we're spreading with the Voltra because that's what I was in. If they don't have at least support for mods, whether or not they have mods is down to the community they somehow build, whatever. If they don't have mods, the game's dead. You know, mods are what got Farm Sim where it is. Mods are what that game will live and die off. No mods, no life. Right. I need to grab the Fiat, which is still in New Holland colours, but it's a Fiat. What is this music? It's all from Pretzel.rocks. Quite like this one, actually. Hey, Richie! Turn! Turn, you git! Oh my god. There's understeer, and then there's no steer at all. Hey, you made me close the gate! I needed the gate open! Unless I can flip this over the gate. Hang on. Nope. That's a very different way to get stuck on a fence. Can I do that again? Can I get this thing to pull a wheelie at will? No. An attempt was made. Without mods, Farm Sim would die. Without mods, Farm Sim would have a lifespan of about 2 months. How many points do you get today, Witchy? So we go in this gateway here, or doorway. I managed to click just the right channel of your mono microphone. What? So you only hit 2 pedestrians today. Well done. You're improving. need to listen back to tomorrow's video and write something down, actually. I just realised. Because I said something right at the start and I can't remember what on earth I said. And it's something that I'm going to need to remember for that entire series. You having a bad day, Sean? Well, hopefully my idiocy will make you feel better. I've already got this thing to do a wheelie. I've got the T7 to flip. I accidentally fully fed the cows. It's a catchy. This tune is quite catchy, actually. I'm liking so much of the music on Pretzel, even though it's not what I'd usually listen to. If you're wondering why I got a purple weight on the back of this, it's because purple weight is best weight. It actually adds 0.2% of a weight by having it purple. It's much more efficient. And it's aerodynamic as well. Purple is well known to be the most aerodynamic colour in the world ever. It's why Formula 1 teams never paint their cars purple. It's actually banned. Purple is a banned colour in Formula 1. Watched the CGI trailer and jumped on the hype train. Please don't jump on the John Deere hype train. Because that's genuinely annoying me. Pink is less aerodynamic. Pink is less aerodynamic than purple. That's why Force India have a pink Formula 1 car. It's because that's it, you know, it's the second or third most aerodynamic colour after purple. What make of monitor do I have? AOC. AUK. Pretty sure it's supposed to just be pronounced AOC, but trying to pronounce it as a word is much funnier. Yeah, maybe I should have a conveyor belt in here to move the compost into the muck spreader. Or into the spreader. Purple is the best colour. I know! Yeah, that hype train is running without brakes at the moment and needs them. It's getting ready to crash into a station called John Deere is not going to be in the game. Yeah, it's quickly sailed by the realistic expectations station, and it's just picking up speed and not gonna stop anytime soon. People came in, heard that, and left. Same thing happened with the FS17 teasers. Yeah, and look at how annoyed people were when FS17 released. I'm not saying that I'm not interested in FS19, by the way. I'm saying I'm keeping my expectations realistic until... Yeah, I'm expecting it to be FS17 with pretty new graphics and some extra stuff. Obviously, you'll have extra maps, updated graphics everywhere, a new standard for modding, which... That's just the thing every game. I'll be interested in seeing... number 1 if, and number 2 how far Giants go with seasons. I would imagine with their new lighting system, seasons would be really good, because seasons lighting is best lighting, and if Giants are basing their new lighting system off that, then they're on the right track. What else is there to think about? I mean, you got the equipment. We don't know what equipment's going to be in the game. They're guaranteed at least 2 new styles of harvester. Because the 2 new crops are 2 brand new crops that have never been in the game before. Would be surprised if Seasons added base game S19. Prepare to be surprised, because when Giants say to a modder that they are very impressed with what they've managed to do with the script, it usually means going into the next game. Don't know how many maps are going to be starting out. Yeah, Giants announced that it's going to be Estancia Lapacho. What everybody believes is going to be an American map, and what I've heard will be an Italian map. So 3 maps, 2 of them brand new, and 1 of them Estancia Lapacho, which is the Platinum map. Yeah. Hoping for 3D textures. I mean, maybe. It's very difficult to say for sure what will and won't be in the game. It sounds to me like they're going full DirectX 11, which is nice. Hope there'll be oats. I don't think so, because they said there'll be 2 new crops which both require new harvesters. I'm hoping if there's an Italian map that the extra crop for Italy is going to be like wine, not wine, grapes or maybe olives, because they both require specialist equipment. And that means you get a bit of orchard farming in the game. So I mean that'd be nice. By the way, the way the compost is working here, this is not how the compost usually works from the compost master. Usually it uses far less than this. I have tweaked the values in, I think, an XML or a Lua file so that it behaves a lot more realistically, a lot more like manure would. Because I felt like the default usages was just way too low. I would maybe have on the first pass used 3 liters of compost, on this pass maybe another 1 or 2. You know, I do actually strive for realism. Silly as I am, I do strive for realism in the way things work. Blackout and Tom Thumb. And Benji Gaming, how am I doing? I'm doing well. Peas, please, peas would be nice. Carrots would be really nice. New Holland do, yes. It's gonna be very interesting to see what Giants put in, you know, that's the stuff that I'm interested in. Is what are the new crops gonna be like? Are they gonna be useful crops? Stuff that that I as a YouTuber is gonna want to grow? Because, being blunt, sugarcane isn't worth my time. Oilseed radish does basically nothing that I'm interested in. And poplars, I've only recently figured out a way to use them. And the game's nearly done, but myself and Andy were talking one night on TeamSpeak, and we figured out a way to use poplars. After the game being out for a year and a half. We figured out how to use poplars in a way that makes sense. And it uses a mod. It requires... Yeah, this job's gonna take a while. I might see if I can add compost to a sell point. And just use it to set it off. Because, like... It's all well and good using it on field 13, but it's just too slow. I might use it on field 9 next time around. What I do want to do is... I know what I want to do. I want to spin this around. This will work. Honestly, the rash is great for the seasons. Yeah. I am going to stop using compost now for a little while. I want to see if I can get it to work with a sell point so I can set it off. Which is going to involve me having to look into how compost works. But what I can do right now is hook this stuff up. Use the rest of the liquid fertilizer in this, all 900 odd liters of it. When is FarmCon? Probably like July, August, I want to say. Did Giants announce the date? I can't remember. Hey, Lewis. clover or mustard. They might. Like, I don't want to see them doing too many cover crops. And clover you can use as a silage crop. I mean, that can be a harvestable crop in itself. What I'd like to see is a moor that you can get to that's kind of a step up from the butterfly moors, something like the Big M, or you know, a windrower, especially if they're going for an American map again. It makes sense to have something like the oh, what is it OLF has? The John Deere windrower, that kind of mower. The American style, because it was so stupid that they went with Goldcrest and didn't have a windrower style mower. Like, they had the trail mower, which was fine, but they didn't have the, you know, the true American style of mower, windrower all in one. Don't be surprised if there's a water-based crop like rice added to the game. Snaker 82, you've done digging, but I've done just as much digging, and I've got inside sources within Giants. I know people within Giants. What you just said has absolutely no basis in any sort of announcement Giants have made. And nothing I've heard from anybody I've spoken to within Giants either. So, yeah, JCB will be in FS19, that is confirmed. But don't expect any specific crops other than the ones that are already in game. And don't go trying to start rumours in my chat, because that won't end well for you. And ask the mods to time out people who are just intentionally trying to start stupid rumours. Hello, Pain and Sons. How are you doing today? Because like the John Deere rumor, there's at least some kind of logic to that. As much as I hate it, there is some sort of logic to it. They need to add, yeah, they need to add to the JCB Telehandler Age. They need to get a oh, Luminek, I forgot the name of it. The one that everybody wants, that was stupid they left out in the first place. Load all. They need to get a load all in the game. I mean, it's amazing that they left that out to begin with. I'm amazed that the Giants didn't release some sort of free DLC with the new shapes of JCB. Starts for an FS19. We don't know. We don't know, Benji. That's the thing. We don't know an awful lot. I think of all the brands that are there, Deutz and Chrome are probably in the prime position to leave. Agco's kind of locked in for a bit. New Holland's locked in for a bit. Case is locked in for a bit. Deutz and Chrome, as far as I'm aware, are not. And Homer, as we already know, is leaving and being replaced by Ropa, which is... Somebody claimed it was owned by Homer. It is not. I actually looked on the websites yesterday. Ropa and Homer are two different companies, although everything they do looks very similar to each other, which is kind of hilarious. I went on both their websites, and they seem to use the same kind of basic format, just with different colours and text. They might have the new JCB Hydro Rig after the popularity of the excavator. Thing is, they'd have to get JCB Constructions license if they want to get any of the construction equipment in, any of the 3-4 CXs and any of the JCB excavators, anything like that. They would need to get a license with JCB Industrial as well, JCB Construction as opposed to JCB Agri. Thank you! Oh bloody heck, I can't see that! Thank you, Andy, for the donation. I can't see what on earth that says. I forgot to make that text bigger. But thank you very much for the donation, Andy. It's very much appreciated. If somebody wants to put what Andy said into the chat, I would very much appreciate that, because OBS is a bit silly. So I am spraying this in a silly way. I know this isn't the realistic way to spray. Just see diggers in the game, you can just take tops on stuff. Just you, just a little bit until payday. Well, thank you very much, Andrew. All donations are very welcome. They don't get you any special treatment, but they do get you my appreciation and heartfelt thanks. Because every little donation goes back into the channel, into stuff for the channel. If it wasn't for donations and whatnot, I would not have bought this week a brand new case for my PC. Which sounds silly, it sounds frivolous. I need it for getting extra stuff working properly. What about Styre? Will they be in the game? They might leave. No, Styre wouldn't, because they're New Holland. It's Linder I'm thinking about. Linder has a possibility of leaving as well. Styre cannot. They are part of the Case New Holland group. Lindner might. They are independent. We do know VF. Styre are Case New Holland, so they will be in game. Case New Holland group is contracted in. What's the map Green River like? I don't know. Download it yourself. Generally speaking, if you see me playing a map on the channel, it means I've downloaded it. If you don't see me playing a map on the channel, it means I haven't downloaded it. They do have compact excavators in the agriculture part of the website. Oh, then there might be a Mini X in FS19. For licensing reasons, they couldn't have a big, huge one, because they would need a separate license. And I'm not saying that there will be, and don't take that as a rumor starting. That is a possibility. For licensing reasons and whatnot. You stand corrected? Yes, you do. Yeah. And the easiest way to know that Styre are part of Case New Holland group is to compare the Styre Multi to the T5. They're identical. They just have a different grille on the front here, but the chassis themselves is the same. And if you come up here and you look at the what is it? The Styre Terrace. Compare that to a T7, compare that to a Case Optum. Again, they've got the same chassis. Different lights, different grille on the nose. The same as the Optum even. They've all got the same chassis. There oddly enough isn't a case that matches the T8. Or the Magnum does, I guess. Kind of. But that's how to see like what brands own what, is just have a look at the shape of the chassis. I'm gonna sell these off. I literally was just using it to empty them. We're gonna get... I can't afford what I want to get. Oh look, now miraculously I can, because I need to get... Let's get the Carwell Nicholas. Oh, that's 28 meters. I need something that's divisible by, that I can divide by 6. 28 doesn't divide into 6. 36 does. This is 36 meters, let's get this. And the reason that I need to divide into 6 is because I got a 6 meter cedar, and I need to be able to use it properly. With proceed class trade looks nice. I had a quick look at everything, and like there was nothing that grabbed my attention enough to like download it immediately. I'll probably download some of the stuff if it's made MR, but there's nothing that kind of grabbed my attention immediately today. The old style forage wagons, kind of, but they're all kind of reskins of the Pottinger Euroboss or the Pottinger 2500. Or no, was it the Pottinger Chrome 2500, was it? From FS15 came out. Kramer making telehandlers of John Deere, so now they might go. Russell Mash have been... not Russell Mash. Sampo Rosenblum have been making combines for John Deere for a while. Kuhn make mowers for John Deere. I mean, there's... What people make for John Deere doesn't actually affect anything. It doesn't actually, like if somebody contracts out, say, construction of a mower to John Deere, it doesn't mean that John Deere owns the company. It means that they've written up a contract. It means they get paid to make mowers and paint them green. What about Zetter? I believe Zetter were also confirmed to be in the game. Because John Deere aren't in the game. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if John Deere are in the game or not. If they're subcontracted by Deere to make equipment for them, then... God dang it! If they're subcontracted to make Deere equipment, then it doesn't matter a thing. It does make for easy John Deere reskins, yes. Somebody did that to sample, small sample in FS15. Reskinned it to be the John Deere harvester that it actually is as well. The W330. The Kuhn mowers in the game are the same as the John Deere mowers that are a mod. What else is in game that is also John Deere? Kuhn makes stuff for John Deere and they're in the game. Sampo Rosenblum makes stuff for John Deere and they're in the game. Heck, I wouldn't be too surprised if there's a John Deere forestry harvester that looks exactly like the Sampo Rosenblum forestry harvester. Case is making stuff in New Holland, vice versa. They are the same company, Farming Man. They are one company. It's Case New Holland Incorporated, I think, or GmbH. It is just one company. There's no like, oh, we're making this for this. That it's one company. It's just made centrally and then painted, or branded up to be whatever. Ooh, yes. L123 JCB1. Excuse the random jump of that. Use the John Deere Combine 17. Yeah. It's not a big deal that a company makes stuff for John Deere. Case New Holland Global. Fair enough. Johnny Boy, I don't know. I'm not tech support. Please Google questions like that. There's a Buffalo like John Deere. Well, yeah, there's a John Deere forestry transporter. For FS17, you never heard of Sampo Rosenblum. They were in FS15. I did do some digging at some point there. I think John Deere owns some shares in them, which is why they make some John Deere combines, but it, no! Again, they're... Yeah, that's kind of it, Farming Man. It's like, I'm not good with technical stuff. I'll fix my own PC, but that's because it's usually a case of Google open my phone. And you've seen it happen a few times in streams when I got a question for you guys maybe can't answer. I'll open up Google and shout at it, and it'll eventually give me an answer that I'm happy with. I'm happy to accept as that's probably about right. Sampo Timber Harvester is a Timberjack now owned by John Deere. There you go, 1174. Simple reset, yeah, BF, I kind of need that. It's a mod that... one of these mods that's kind of a love letter to me. Probably thought up while watching one of my streams, I wouldn't be too surprised. What brands do I think will be FS19? Lizard. I'm gonna bet Lizard will be in there. Horsch. Case New Holland. JCB. Probably some Kuhn. Big Bud, bizarrely. And the stuff that came in with Big Bud. The stuff that came in with Platinum. Basically, if it's DLC in FS17, odds are it's going to be in FS19. Kathy, have you not subscribed? because I stream at the same time almost every day. Hey Jim, I'm keeping good. I'm back to full health. I know you. I think you tweeted me or sent me a DM on Twitter asking how I was. Yeah, I'm back to full health now. Yeah, okay. Hello Lund, how are you doing today? You thought they were going to take out JCB? That was the presumption we made when we found out it was going to be like a, you know, headline brand for pure farming. No, JCB is still going to be in FS19, confirmed by Giants. I was big but surprised to be in FS19 because it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit 90% of maps. Welcome back to MCC. Your minstrel took off a while back. Do you pay the minstrel or is he just like your slave? I'm curious. Or do you pay him to show up in streams and go, TMCC will be arriving soon. Be prepared for TMCC's arrival. Or does he do that of his own free will? Or do you like... TMCC missed all the talk of his minstrel. TMCC, you are now a meme. You can the difference is Challenger and Energy. That doesn't fit either. I'll be honest. Oh, I probably should have done this before I started to drink apple juice, but I'm playing ads now, screw it. They need to left-hand drive, pick up mods. You legit just said that and left. We spent about 5 minutes joking about you having a minstrel, TMCC. Why isn't John Deere in FS90? There's no confirmation there won't be, by the way. I'm just running under the assumption, based on every other farm sim game there has been, the John Deere won't be in. Just heard Landy isn't streaming tonight. Did he say that in team chat? So Landy isn't streaming. Probably, is it the same reason as yesterday? If he's put it in team chat, I'll find out. Perhaps the new people don't subscribe after hit the sub goal. That's why I don't change it. Whoops. Yes, he did say it. Alright, word from Landy. In case you're wondering, I'm gonna quote directly because I'm bad at this. In case you're wondering, I will not be live streaming at all today. The situation is still the same as yesterday. Chances are it could be the same this weekend too. So that's what the deal is with Landy for today, and potentially the foreseeable future. Dave drinking an entire half gallon of apple juice. It's only 2 liters. It's not much. What is Team Chat? It is a Facebook group that we have that we talk to each other. I'm sure it's apple juice because it's delicious. If it was cider, I'd probably be feeling very sick right now because I just can't drink cider. What's my favorite vehicle in the game? Base game? Probably the New Holland Spray. I know I don't use it much. But it looks hilarious. I genuinely love it. Hedge cutting would be a good activity in FS90. Hedge cutting would be a good activity in the game, but do you trust Giants to make good hedges? Thank you, Matthew. Not gonna even reference that message. Now, Witchy, that was a bit too far. That was a bit too far, Witchy. I'm gonna give you a slap on the wrist. Because that wasn't intended to be mean. It was like clearly intended to be mean. Blah, 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 blah. Have I ever even been drunk? Yes. And you would be able to tell. Trust me. You would. Oh, this... Ooh, this is struggling big time. Just keep it PG, Timmy. I'm paranoid about YouTube demonetizing everything based on a single occurrence of a bad word, so... I don't trust YouTube. The trailer, such long things coming out the side. Yeah, that's the spray bars, Kathy. They're long so you don't compact the soil too much. And what this spray is it depends on what you put in. It's either fertilizer, in game it's fertilizer. In reality it'd be fertilizer, weed killer, pesticides, whatever you want. But it's YouTube. Exactly, Xandra. Don't trust YouTube. I do not trust them. One bit.
Hello, Dave. Is that Dave?
Michael. Okay, Mikal with a funky owl, colonist, thank you very much for subscribing. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay, and I hope I didn't butcher your name too much. YouTube is playing me now. YouTube's been doing that for a while. See you, VF. Maybe they should add weed killers to the game as well. I'd like to see them do that. I honestly would. Like, add in, maybe not branded stuff, maybe not get a license, but add in just generic weed killer, and have weeds. I mean, you've got the weeder, and that would be used kind of in pre-emergence and early emergence to deal with the weeds. Can I call you Chili? I'll probably forget, to be quite honest. YouTube is paying me now. Yes, it is today. Yeah, at least you can vary the chemical apply. The downside of soil mod was, oh my god, it turned into spraying things simulator. Oh my god, it was so irritating at times. I remember I did a series on, I think it was Nuston Farm and FS15 with soil mod, and every episode started with, well, today we'll be spraying. Yeah, why? Miss any flipping bells? Of course you did, Dan. Of course you did. It's me, and I was dealing with the bales at the very start of the stream. They weren't as bad as yesterday, but they still flipped out quite a bit. So once I got this done... Once we get this done, I need to sort out the pigs again. I have noticed that there's a big red writing at the top of the screen saying cleanliness 0%, so I do need to clean the pigs. Nice gifts. I thank you, TMCC. Hello, Clement. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Can't feel your legs. What you do? Stand up and hope for the best. Or jiggle your legs about for a while. So I've made a mess of this field quite badly. You have to rewatch the stream later. And you only need to rewatch the first maybe 20 minutes or so. No, so I'm on FS17. Decker was working on it, but I don't know... I don't know what happened to it. From Slovenia, very nice. Does anybody know what happened to Soilmod? Anybody who's followed Decker's whip topic on that and can give me an update without me having to check it? Because I'm feeling particularly lazy right now. I've been productive today. Allow me this laziness. Does anybody know what happened to Soilmod for FS17? I know he was working on it at one point. You question if Lizard is a... It's not a real brand. It's Giants came up with it just as a... Well, we need a fake brand, Lizard. No. Team CC, is that you or your minstrel? I question reality at this point when I... You have a suspicion Daggerman is now a robot. Hello, I am Daggerbot 9000. I create farming simulator content. Imagine Soil Mod in seasons ago. That was the intention. I distinctly remember Decker talking about it. Like, it would have full season support and link into seasons entirely and all this kind of stuff. But it just kind of dropped off the face of the earth. You fell flat on your face in primary because you're sitting in assembly forever. Always make sure you move your legs. I actually hit that off the side of the map. That's amazing. That was Minstrel 2 saying no. Was that Minstrel 1 responding? How many minstrels do you have, TMCC? I don't know, Gemma, do you remember about 5 minutes ago I was talking about being PG? I don't know if you were intending to do that, but that was not PG. Damn it. Damn's PG. I'm always saying damn. It replaces so many worse words. Watch my films, movies, series on a favorite film, movie, or series be. Is there a difference between a film and a movie? One of my favorite films of all time, I don't know if it counts as a movie, but it's my favorite film. Maybe it's my favorite movie, but doesn't count as a film, is The Room by Tommy Wiseau, because it's just terrible. I think it was on YouTube for a while. I don't know if it's still on or not. It is one of the worst movies. I think it's widely regarded as the worst movie ever made, as I reverse badly into the shed of many things. By many things I mean that's where they keep the Optum Magnum and the Cedar. You like Ursus in FS19? I don't see Ursus coming back anytime soon. They left in FS13. But kind of, well, FS15. They only had a 2-year license. License ran out, they're gone. Same thing seems to be happening with Holmer. Right, is there anything else that I need to do? Yes, I need to grab the Fiat and go up to the pigs, don't I? So, Fiat Agri, come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. You guys tell that I've been watching so many ads that have that bloody song in it. There's one ad, and it's just always on TV, and I just keep getting that song stuck in my head. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Is the Ursus stacker and wrapper? Yeah, but they used to have the Ursus tractors too. I also need to move that pile of compost. You'd like Mikhail? I think Mikhail's too small for the game. As much as I'd like to see Mikhail, I think it's too small. There's a head versus heart argument there. Heart says Mikhail, head says probably not. Oh, nuts. Yes, no, yes. Is Willy Wonka? Yep. Uh-oh. No incidents here. Nothing wrong at all. Lower the loader. There we go. Loader's been lowered. Loader is lowered. TMZ's gonna talk in third person from now on. Dave is one of the most realistic players in Farm Sim. Whoever disagrees is a noob. I wonder if I can get this thing to just roll along the road on 2 wheels. Hang on. Yep. Oh my god, I've actually managed... I think I've managed to balance this thing. Yeah, Michaela can't see in the base game. As much as I'd love to see it. Just... too small of a company, unfortunately. Well, unless Mikhail went to Giants and said, hey, we'd love to be in the game, can we be in for free? Like, you can have our stuff for free. I can't see Mikhail doing that because there's such a big name in Ireland. And, I guess the UK as well to an extent, but for sure Ireland, like, I don't know. I really don't know. It's a kind of a 50-50 situation there. Oh, booyah! Got the chicane. Right, let's get this sorted. I don't know why the pig... Oh, I know why the pig dirt area is so far out. I think Oxy made a derp. He was making this and just kind of screwed it a small bit. Pretty big over in Australia and New Zealand as well, yeah. But they're not the biggest markets is the thing, is like... Oh, dang it! You all saw that, it just pinged. If I had minstrels, I would probably be eating the minstrels because I love minstrels, they're delicious sweets. Delicious chocolatey treats. Come on. And up just a bit, but not far enough that it pings. Nope, not good enough there. Oh god, hi Silver! Okay, away we go. Yep, perfect. How are the pigs for like the rest of their food? They need water. I'm kind of fine with. They could do with some more pig food. Is the thing over there still? No. Okay. I don't know why I'm listening to some Bollywood Bizarro EDM, but I am. That unloaded upwards. Hey, that's today. Can I get this one to also magically unload upwards? Yes! Bigfoot fountain! Let's be really nice and close the gate. May have killed a pig with that, but we're good. Holy crap, I think we're actually up to date with everything for once. Or mostly up to date with everything, because next job. There's always stuff to do. Always something else to do. Next job is going to be transporting the compost. Because I want to see if I can add it to one of the sell points. I want to actually see if I can... Is there a sell point up at the... Empire Stores? Fantastic. I can add it to the sell point up there. In theory. Let's see if I can figure that out. Up to date means 5 century back the next day. It's more a case of if I managed to get all the field work done, so now it's... We don't need to push it as... Alright, Bartok Games, I don't know if I thanked you, but thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Can't remember if I did, but if I did, you got 2 thank yous. And 2 welcomes. Yeah, I need to arrange a few things I've been asked to do. This is so sorry for the console guys not having more. Is it still not out on console? I'll be honest, I don't keep myself up to date with console mods, so apologies to those of you on console for not doing that, but I hardly keep myself up to date on the PC mods anymore. I'm constantly trying to do something. Unfortunately not. That sucks. Dude. I know there's only, I don't know if you guys knew this, there's only actually 2 people in Giants currently testing. It's just, Lethian and I can't remember the other one. Hang on, I didn't need to bring this the entire way up here. I've just wasted my time. Let's put Gibraltar on the front of it, I guess. There's like 95 miles waiting to be tested. Yeah, Giants are... This is where the Giants system kind of starts to fail because they've got the professional testers, as opposed to FSUK with the amateurs who just kind of donate time to test. With Giants, when they're in crunch time for DLC and a new release, it all kind of starts falling apart, unfortunately. And it's a bit of a shame. Anybody else feel like they're being watched? I do. Yeah, so they have been kind of rocketing through the backlog, and I think that kind of shows you guys how many mods actually fail testing now. Now the Giants have upped the standards. Which I know some modders are annoyed with. I've seen some complaints on FSUK about, you know, Giants changing the standards and not saying anything. Is it really that bad if Giants have upped the standards that you require to be on the mod hub? I mean, if your map doesn't meet those standards, it means you can improve as a map maker or a modder. I mean, that's something you should revel in if you take pride in your hobby, and I'm sure a lot of map makers do. I know Bill, Oxygendavid are constantly looking for ways to improve. It's kind of a shame that certain modders think that because they upload to the mod hub, they automatically should have a right to seemingly have different standards applied to them than everybody else or whatever. You know, I'd prefer to see all mods stay tested the same, regardless of whether or not they're going on console, which is seemingly what Giants are doing at the moment. And seeing console mods get extra testing because console's a bit more picky. But I prefer to see more or fewer better mods than more worse mods. Don't want an S to be on mod hub when it's done. The main problem is when it's done. Because I have openly said if it's not done by the end of FS17, it ain't getting done. I'm dropping the map. I'm giving up on that map. It's getting a fair few new modders off. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, if they're still learning, and I completely understand where they're coming from. But it's also, I've noticed, killing off some of the guys who are maybe less scrupulous with their testing regimes for their own mods. Maybe cared a little bit less. So those guys, when they go away, they're not really gonna be missed. When somebody does a live stream, is it sort of edited or no? What you mean is it sort of edited, Kathy? Because, like, I'm talking to you right now, and, you know, I've got all that stuff on screen. That's all superimposed over what I see by the streaming software I'm using. But I don't do any... I kind of do, but it's impossible to edit stuff live. I can change scenes and change overlays and add stuff in and take stuff out, but I can't change what you guys see. You know, what goes out on screen goes out on screen. There's no editing possible. Like I can go to say the BRB screen, or the start screen, or go back to the live screen. Chandler Berg, thank you very much for the $2 super chat, which may or may not have broken everything. I'm not entirely sure if that'll. Oh, it hasn't appeared on the ticker yet, so you haven't missed it yet. Good. Thank you very much for the $2 super chat, saying keep up the great work. I don't know about great, but I'll keep working. I can give you that much. Hey, Mozzie. I butchered. I butcher everybody's name. It's kind of just a thing now. Probably should have just called him Chinandra Bong. The worst thing is I knew that was coming and it still scared me. You know, when I retire, how will I get a pension? I'll probably end up doing something else that involves a lot of work, and I don't see myself ever like fully retiring, ever. Was that me dancing on the start screen? Yes. I think I'm doing well here, we're Chinandra Bong with another $2. Mods are hit and miss without the dawn, and if they pass or fail, but you learn from your mistakes. That's it. That's exactly it. Like, when you're modding, you constantly want to learn new things. It doesn't matter if you pass testing or fail testing. If you pass, then great, you know enough to get a mod out. But you're going to want to learn new things anyway. If you fail, well, that just gives you the new things you need to learn. And granted, the mod-up changes where they're now super picky have come from a failure within Giants testing originally. That presumably got the CEO a bit riled up. The Giants were getting so much complaints about this one mod that managed to get through somehow. This is just gonna pop at some random point again, isn't it? Unless YouTube chat glitched and that wasn't a real super chat. Which I guess it's possible. YouTube's broken everything else this week. It was real. As it turns out, that was in fact a real super chat and wasn't quite as deafening as the last one. Either both my chats have now broken again, or everybody's gone super quiet. I'm not entirely sure which is the case. If you are playing a different game, guys, because I know all you guys will be in game, you know, playing something or trying something. Have I ever been given over 200? No. If you're in game, let me know what you're playing. If you're in Farm Sim, let me know what map you're on. If you're in G, let me know what you're trying to do. Always interesting to see what people are trying to do in G, because some of it's like, oh, some of it I think, oh, I could do that in a few minutes flat. Some of it's like, I have no idea what you're even trying to do anymore. You're back in hospital, that sucks. It was just a quiet moment. It's been a quiet few minutes. So I'm just trying to get the chat back awake. Wakey, guys. And while you're typing in what on earth it is you're doing, hit the like button. There could be something you'll be doing as well. It's a little bit of fun. Right, you know what? Just because I got this already out, let's go and mow the rest of the cow field. Fixing pedestrian splines and field boundaries. Oh, field boundaries. What's the top chat meant to do? I have no idea. I like sleep, says Kathy. Portal 2, very nice. Checking the fire now and then. It's always a good idea if you've got a fire to make sure that it is still in fact a fire and hasn't turned into a death robot from Mars. Nobody wants a death robot from Mars in their living room. Here's how I cheat the compost master. Here's how I got a nice big pile of compost usually sitting at the bottom of the compost master. Trying to carry an entire tree, not the fir trees, with the excavator. Ooh, fun. And while this, yes, is cheating, it is also very, very easy. Even with the new shader system, field boundaries are massive. They're so bad. Oh my god. The fact that the field boundary you set, I figured it out, at least. The field boundary you set is extended by about 2 meters in every direction. To allow for a headland. And because of that, the field boundaries you actually set in GE are not the field boundaries that exist in the game. They, you know, the game extends them by a couple of meters to allow for the headland and whatnot, to stop people from basically cheat mowing everything. He says, well, cheat mowing. And it causes all sorts of headaches when you got fields close together with small headlands. Procrastinating for field drafts. I know that feel, so I've not been in G for like a week. Field drafts. That's the problem with the system. Like, expanding the fields beyond what the boundaries you set are is like, no, this is what I want the actual field boundaries to be. I don't care what you do in game. I want the field boundaries to be the boundaries that I actually set, and not whatever ridiculousness you decide is the field boundaries now, game. They're infuriating. I've not tested mine yet, but they seem to work in GE at least. Looks like I'm driving a large RC car. Would you believe this is a lawnmower? Would you believe it started off the exact same as that lawnmower down there, the Amazon Profi Hopper? The only reason I'm using this is because it's got a huge, humongous tank and very, very wide working width, which means I can basically just drive around and not care about what I'm trying to do. Can't feel this. You don't count, Bill. you don't count for field tips anymore. Yeah, to be fair, it's not difficult to actually lay them down. It's trying to make sure they're actually correct is the issue. That's when the in-game testing becomes a pain in the backside. How one can find this groove. It's called getting very drunk and hoping for the best. Or at least for most people, I'm sure it would be. See, Drum Lover? Wonder what the cows are thinking. Why is this man driving a lawnmower through us? I forgot this thing's got a broken horn. Do I have a pet? Yes and no. Yes, we have pets. No, they're not actually ours. We've got a bunch of cats that we kind of half adopted. My sister's adopted one. Or I think 2 completely. How do you get a grasshopper? They don't really exist. This is a ridiculous thing somebody made for Farm Sim. It does have a bit of a party trick though, because if I press caps lock, it it flies. Not entirely sure why the person who made this decided it should fly, but it does. It's the kind of mod where you just don't question the logic of whoever made it. Oh yeah, also it can refuel itself. Again, I'm not entirely sure why, but it can. Let's see. How close to 50k are we? We need to continue emptying. I know that technically by just curling the bucket and dipping it into the compost that I am cheating this a bit, but it is the easiest way to empty the compost master quickly. Alright, Xander. If you're enjoying, by the way, hit the like button. You're more than welcome to like the stream. And if you guys haven't done so already, you should probably think about subscribing as well. I hear subscribing's pretty cool these days. And hitting that share button, even though we've only got about... I'm going to finish on time at 7 o'clock. I'm not going to extend the stream, because I actually want to sort out tomorrow's video, and is the stream dying for anyone? That could be your internet farming, man. Just liked? Yeah, make sure you like, because that does help me. It's the easiest way to help the channel to grow and to help new people find me. It's to like the stream. YouTube pushes streams to get more likes. The more likes I get, the more people can come in, the more people can find my mayhem and get offended by how realistic I am. No robots from Mars. Good! Very good, Yanis. No death robots from Mars. Am I streaming tonight? If so, do I know what time? No, probably might not. Yeah, just see. Do you know what that email also did? As it turns out, because when they pushed the update to demonetize all the small channels that weren't going to get monetized anymore, they broke the entire site. People couldn't upload videos yesterday. I couldn't monetize yesterday's stream properly. Any attempts to edit videos on YouTube with their editing, the video manager, they broke. The video manager was broken for the most part. No video on the site was showing up as monetized. Oh my god, they made a mess of the entire site for people who still had monetization enabled. And I kind of wonder if people who had it disabled were able to use the site properly, because I was talking to Delta Bravo, and he said, no, I'm able to upload and all this kind of stuff. I think YouTube accidentally turned off monetization for the people who couldn't do it, and everything else for everybody else. Been streaming for 2 hours, pretty much an hour 42 minutes 50 seconds right about now. Did watch the SpaceX launch earlier today, by the way. They were launching a Spanish satellite into a sun-synchronous polar orbit. It was a very interesting launch to watch. If you lived in California, you were up about 6 AM, you probably could have seen it if you looked up in the sky. Heading south from Vandenberg Air Force Base. You had no issues with it. Oh my god, that's amazing. They accidentally turned off monetization for some people and everything else for others. That's a typical YouTube problem. Did I see the UFO? Oh god, what's over? Was there by any chance a UFO over California at about 6:17 AM this morning? Thereabouts. Because every time SpaceX launched from Vandenberg, people think it's a UFO. Especially when they do it at a time where it's intentionally high profile. Hey, Baron Lodge. And Wilson Agri. I do love how California is just like, oh my god, it's you. That music is really loud. Calm down, pretzel. I do love how California, every single time SpaceX launches early morning or late evening, is like, oh my god, it's a UFO. No, it's a rocket. You literally live near an Air Force base where they regularly launch rockets. How can you not tell what a rocket looks like at this point? Not sure how to... It's easy, once you learn how. There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube on how to edit in different programs and what is a good idea, what's a bad idea. Hear about the MP news. Would that be related to... Because I was reading through one or another of the topics on FSUK. Would that be Bernie officially leaving Mapper's Paradise? Because I did see that on FSUK today. And it struck me as a bit of a surprise, but at the same time not really. He was only... like, even when he joined, it was announced, he openly said, it's a temporary arrangement, he's gonna leave soon, you know. So I wouldn't exactly call that news. Hey, Finton. You thought multiplayer? On a serious note, I hope... and this isn't news, Silver, before you start trying to report it as such. I hope Giants have the common sense to get rid of the sync screen multiplayer, because that is something they need to do at this point. Like, if FS19 multiplayer still has server-side syncing instead of client-side syncing, then oh my god, why? Just why is your netcode this bad, Giants? Hey, Keelan. Kaelan. You're waiting for Oakfield. You might be waiting a while for Oakfield. I hear Oakfield's in console testing, but not Oakfield. I've never heard of the Oakfield. What is an Oakfield? What is a field of ox? Is that where Is that where oxes grow? What am I just clearing out the compost master temporarily. Take a bath in the compost. I'm gonna see if I can add it to, because I don't know how Oxy's implemented compost. I'm gonna see if I can add it to the. Actually, don't even know if the compost master compost is the same as Oxy's compost. Oh, I didn't know the second bit. I think that's the end of them then. Because... yeah, I have to read through a few XMLs tonight, or at some point soon. Because I'd like to be able to sell compost over at the shop. It'd be not over at the... whatever it's called over at the garden center. I think that'd be really cool. Well, I am wondering. Actually, already is it already in as a multi-fruit? Empire Stores. Is that compost there? That is compost. I can sell it already? Well, I know what I'm doing for the rest of this stream. A field of ock is a partial octopus. Thank you, farming man. Add compost them in your sell point. Don't need to, Faye. It looks like there's already a compost sell point on the map. Oxy actually thought ahead. Don't know if he intended to, but he did. Welcome back, Pen and Sons. Sing the Irish anthem. Nope. Over the sub goal. Yeah. I tend to intentionally not change the sub goal too much while I'm streaming because people. I know what people are like, and I know people unsubscribe just because. Or after the stream, just because of it. I've hit the sub goal. Haha, this is the best troll ever. He's no longer on the sub goal. These people don't realize that I genuinely don't care about hitting the sub goal or not. Like, the sub goal is just something for you guys to be really happy about when I hit it, and you know, it kind of encourages people to subscribe. I genuinely don't care if it's hit or not. Obviously, I'd like it to be hit, I'd like the channel to grow, but however far we go over it, I don't care. You remember a time when TeamSpeak is used during streams? Do you mean Discord, Farming Man? Because no, I've used TeamSpeak for a couple of streams. That was in the multiplayers. Where's the sub goal? It's down at the bottom of the screen, Silver. Boo to the two people who dislike. They probably got salty about something or other I said. I got annoyed that I was doing something unrealistically. I don't know. People get annoyed and dislike over the silliest things. Maybe they dislike because I don't have a John Deere on the map. You're looking at the top. Oh my god, Silver! Dude. Ooh. Your steering wheel just arrived, Richard. Very nice. What wheel is it? What'd you get? The sub goal is where you need to get a perfect Subway sub. All Subway subs are perfect. If it's delicious, it's perfect. I don't really care other than that. When multiplayer, nope. I don't like multiplayer in Farm Sim. Number one, the server syncing is stupid. Oh, you got the Farm Sim wheel, Richard? No, you made a mistake. The Farm Sim wheel is terrible. You made a mistake, dude. The Farm Sim wheel is the wheel that I would advise the least. Of anything that exists. It's, that one was because I'm not playing multiplayer, Kathy. That one I can 100% guarantee. Because people do dislike that I'm playing single player. Whatever, do another Spinter's Mother or multiplayer. Yeah, we've been kind of talking about it. We're trying to figure out some stuff. It is a case of trying to get everybody into the same place at the same time. Will this work? I genuinely don't know what's going to happen here. Not a cheap wheel because you don't game a lot with it. You could have got a G920 for about the same price if you'd waited a bit. This is going to be really interesting. Can I sell compost here? Because it looked like I can. Oxygendavid, I love you. I didn't add this to the map. This is in the map by default. Oxy, you absolute legend. Because that makes perfect sense that if you've got a compost master Did you sell the compost where you can buy the compost over the garden centre? That is so that's oh my god. You know, manure smells bad when smoking. Manure smokes because it generates heat. The reason manure smokes is it actually is fermenting in an exothermic reaction, which means it releases heat. And there is a very real chance that if you got a manure pile and like you agitate it too much, that it will spontaneously combust and just catch fire and explode. Hearing oxygen down to that. This is the stuff that actually gets me excited about the game, is when something makes complete and utter sense. Some people are like, "Oh my god, this is so cool! I can, fly upside down in a helicopter or something." I'm just like, "Oh my god, I can sell compost? That makes perfect sense! That's awesome!" Bacteria eats away at it, causing heat. Exactly, it's an exothermic reaction. The fecal bacteria digest the manure. And Red Ladder dude had a heart attack. It's an exothermic reaction that can occasionally cause manure to spontaneously combust. And, just minor explosions. You're looking at getting a controller for gaming. You can't use the wheels, you can't move your arms because of your disability. What would I recommend for a controller? Xbox controller. I use a PDP Afterglow Xbox 360 controller, and Andy uses an Xbox One controller. We'll both quite honestly say that probably the best all-around controller for PC gaming is an Xbox controller. It's something that I think everybody should have, because you can play any game with it. You can play flight sims, you can play racing sims, you can play everything with it. It's not ideal for some games, like I said, of course, and stuff like that. Not very good, but it works. It's just as usable in a lot of games as a mouse and keyboard. In some games, it's actually better. Like in Gold Rush the game, it is far superior to use an Xbox controller than to use the mouse and keyboard, because it just, the way the game's set up, because it's, you can just sit back and enjoy the game with the controller. Yeah, that's why I was playing with controller for so long, Matthew. Because like it is relaxing in a certain way, but I kind of prefer the wheel, and because I do so much sim racing, it's nice to be able to steer, It's just a personal preference thing. I do personally prefer using the wheel. Now I know this, I'm just not going to stop selling compost ever. I've accidentally made a money cheat. I'm going to have to come up with some rules to deal with the compost now. Because, like, it's effectively a money cheat right now, and I don't like that. Because I did it like this in FS15, where I just constantly made compost and sold it for all the money ever. Do I use a wheel? Yes, I literally just told you I use a wheel. You only use a wheel for ETS2, Dirt Rally, and Dirt 4. I've heard Dirt 4 is actually far better with a controller. Like, generally speaking, dirt games are, and no disrespect to the dirt games or anybody who enjoys Dirt 3, Dirt 4 and stuff, they're more based towards the arcadey nonsense console crowd. For games primarily for console, which the dirt games usually are, it tends to be a lot more arcadey, a lot more forgiving with the controller, and not so simmy as I like in my racing games. Granted, I do play Forza, and that's hilarious, too bad. And, that's kind of a chill game for me. I still take it vaguely seriously, but nowhere near as seriously as I do with Automobilista or Factor 2 or something like that. you know, use those games to learn cars and tracks and to a certain extent good driving techniques. Dirt Rally is the best rally game I have ever played. It's the, like, I'm learning how to drive a rally car just by playing Dirt Rally. It's really bizarre. Your Wi-Fi just went very strange. What happened, TFCC? And we're going to finish up by selling off this trailer load of compost today, by the way. I do realise that I've gone a bit over where I wanted to go today. Actually, I wanted to finish on time, because I want to edit tomorrow's video. Render it out and get it going up early-ish. Because I want to play some Dirt Rally now. I might play some Dirt Rally first. Might play some Dirt Rally in a minute. I won't stream it because I'm terrible at it. Response is a lot faster. I find the response is a lot faster at the wheel. It all depends. I'm gonna play some Dirt Rally. Get the chair into rally mode. Which basically means I've just lowered the arms of the chair. Hello, James McMahon. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Kind of coming into the end of the stream, so apologies for your I guess your unfortunate timing. The same as everybody else who's just arriving, or anybody else who's just arriving. If you're just arriving and you're new, subscribe. Be around about 5 o'clock GMT tomorrow. The time I think maybe you just want to leave the stream. Meh. Do MP? No. I don't like multiplayer in any game, and I'm bad at Dirt Rally to begin with. Believe it or not, I am bad at racing sims. I tend to stay on the road for the most part, but I'm just not skilled enough to be fast. I play them for funsies and to kind of learn what the force feedback's trying to tell me, I guess. Addicted to FSX, older than you thought was real good. Yeah, FSX is amazing. It's one of these games that just... I think it's unfair to say it's weathered really well. It's just... it hasn't aged all that much. Yeah, there hasn't been, apart from, it was a Microsoft Flight that failed hilariously badly. There hasn't really been a flight sim since has been any good. I know you got X-Plane as a rival, but X-Plane is pretty much based on FSX. You got Flight Sim World, which I'm gonna be honest, don't get that. It's a waste of your money. It's just being used as a DLC vehicle. It's a waste of time and money getting Flight Sim World. I got it, and I regret buying it. Because they've not actually added anything to the game other than DLC. There's core features missing with Flight Sim World. I mean, there's no jets in a Flight Sim. It's all just tiny little general aviation planes. You can't do IFR at all. It's you know, all the flights are VFR. There's no ATC. It's just no. It's bad. I wouldn't advise it ever. Is Lanny streaming? No. You mustn't have been. Oh, you weren't here when I said this. Lanny sent a message on Facebook. He basically he's in the same situation as yesterday. Nothing's changed overnight. There's still stuff going on to a state of emergency and flooding, and Jess's cousins are still with them. He's fine, they're all fine, but it's a case that he can't stream while they're there, and there is a chance, and it seems like this might happen, that he won't be able to stream until next week, at the earliest. Now, I'm not saying he definitely won't be streaming tomorrow. I'm saying don't expect it. Don't expect him to stream on any given day until he kind of comes back, because it's kind of on a day-by-day basis. He's having to take rain checks and double-check everything and figure out what's going on. Hey William and the U Gamers Team TYG. Guys, you're showing up at the worst possible time. I'm just about to hit the finishing button. VF arriving back at the worst time too. I'm just about to finish, guys. So I'm gonna call it here because I could sell more compost and make lots more money. VF, if you're on Oakfield, get yourself a compost master because it's free money. Do you remember you? I thought your name was familiar. I obviously do. So I'll leave it here, guys. I'll leave it by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Oakfield Farm. Tomorrow's video is going to be something different. I thoroughly encourage you guys to check out tomorrow's video. 6 AM GMT tomorrow, whenever you wake up after that. Which is spamming something, I don't know what she's spamming. If it's today's video, that's the stream archive, and that's like 2 hours long. Until next time, stay safe, and my apple juice is in the way, hang on! Stay safe, and goodbye.